No, but it's hard to laugh off that voodoo stuff. At night in Castillo Maldito, there are things. There's no denying it. They move about in the shadows.
Hello, Dungeon fans. It's Saturday night on the Liching Hour. Tonight we are playing the Apocrypha Adventure Card Game. The mission for tonight is called Rejected Specimens. Evangeline and Savannah are riding a modest high after single-handedly pulling down or tearing down a tent city in the just outside of or was it Columbia, South Carolina, thereby kind of stopping a wholesale testing kind of operation that was being run by the physicians under the guise of sort of a refugee camp for homeless people. The next name / address on Savannah's list points to a address in it wasn't a name, just an address in Washington, D.C. And that's where they're heading now. I've said this before. I'm actually really worried about tonight. These ladies, I don't know if these ladies are prepared for what's about to go down. I don't know if I'm prepared. This might be the first time we fail a mission. Period. This is going to be tough. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take some luck. Not some. It's going to take a lot of luck, I think. The mechanics for this we've played one other adventure so far, or one other mission with the mechanics set up this way, and that was in the Book of Golems. Yeah, this is kind of a reverse of the normal way things are going. Basically, these ladies got to run a gauntlet tonight. The clock is not made up of omens. The clock deck is made up of threats and true threats. And then, so every round, we're going to be drawing from there, and they're going to have to fight something. As they take damage, we will be removing gifts from these locations. If the ladies make it through the whole deck, possibly fighting the master of this mission a few times, if they make it through the whole deck and all these locations, or at least not all, I'm sorry, one location is still open, then they will win. We will win. But if at any point all these locations close, or they don't make it, or they start fading, then it's going to be over. So this is going to be hard mode, especially because these locations don't have very many. So basically, when I built the clock, I had to take all the threats, that's these numbers here, out of these decks and put it into the clock. And as you can see, that was the bulk of these decks. So these decks there's 5 cards, 4 cards, 3 cards in the meat locker. And on top of that, the theme itself is going to be pretty twisted, as usual. So they're driving into Washington, D.C. They just have this address. A lot of the stuff these ladies get is from the news, because they're constantly listening to the news. Evangeline has a police scanner because she's used to listening for trouble and EMT kind of reports, things like that, so she can get as close as possible to get to a hospital in time to help anybody who might need time or need help crossing over. So they're paying attention, and apparently, as they're going into town, the only thing they know right off is that the Smithsonian Zoo is closed. And they don't know it's closed. They're hearing reports of people are hearing strange things coming from them. Cops responded later on saying they looked at the grounds and stuff, but they obviously can't go inside, but everything looks to be in order. But the ladies keep that in mind as they're driving the town. And sure enough, the address that they have leads them right to the National Smithsonian Zoo is the address. And as they're pulling up, it's about 8 o'clock at night. It's dark. They see signs all across the zoo saying it's closed for an indefinite amount of time. And then a little bit of Google searching on their phones comes up to say that the zoo's closed for somewhat mysterious reasons. The zoo itself is putting up that it's some emergency cleaning and stuff like that, but there have been small reports of odd behavior from animals or odd things happening in the zoo, and then of course the police reports of strange sounds and things like that. So they get to the zoo, they look at each other a little worried because they have no idea what the physicians could be up to at the zoo. What could they be up to at the zoo? So that's where we're going to begin tonight. The zoo has the terrifying mutation, sewers has the hyper intelligent, and the meat locker has the contaminated. The last time I played this kind of setup, I split the party. But these ladies, I don't feel like are a splitting kind of crew. These ladies stick together, and I think they're going to need it. So we're going to run this and see how it goes. The malady tonight, malady. The malady, it's not malady. The malady for tonight is Zomps. And we will be getting up close and personal, or at least the ladies will be getting up and personal with Zomps. Let's get a little closer. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, enough fun. We'll put these guys over here. We're starting at the zoo. This is a hard mode kind of thing because the Omen deck doesn't have omens, so we have to rely on our players' decks to flip this over to the hope side. Hopefully, we have any in our deck. Let's see. Evangeline is starting with no omens, so this is going to be on Doom for a while. She's got the Arc Welder. Well, this is good. She's got 2 tasers, the Giant Tardigrade, Sparks, and Star Clock. That's her. We do have a few fleeting fragments between the two of us, a couple enduring that might help. Well, let's see. Let's see how we do. I don't think we're forgetting anything else. I think it's time to party. How are we going to get into the zoo? How do you get into the zoo that's closed down? I'm sure it's not as easy as climbing a fence. So, you know what? A little bit of grace. Well, no, because no one's there. Yeah, a little bit of grace. They start scouting out the front gate of the place. There's obviously nobody in the parking lot. It's dark. Gates are all locked and stuff. But there is there are doors that lead into the ticket booths kind of areas. And Evangeline, oh, well, these doors wouldn't be so easily picked. I'm so literal. It's so hard for me to just say. I mean, I could just say, oh, well, they climbed the fence. Or Evangeline pulls out a little skills that she had from when she was younger and picks the locks. A lock. But the locks aren't going to be that easily picked. Someone was leaving. Let's leave it up to the deck. Let's see what happens. They pull up into the parking lot. It seems like all our missions start with them pulling up into a parking lot. Let's see what's up. Evangeline's going to pull the first card from the Omen deck. It is Taxim. This is a golem. This is AI. Okay. You can fight it with soul or rage. Huh. Okay, so in the Book of Golem, the players had laptops that were being hacked by this. Okay, so there is an AI that's been installed by the physicians because they've turned the National Zoo into their own little testing lab. And they've installed this Taxim as a it's a tactical simulator. They've installed this AI as a safety measure to monitor all the experiments that they have going on in the zoo. And when the ladies pull up and start walking up to the gates and looking around, of course the AI not recognizes them, but notices them and assesses what they're trying to do. Obviously, they're checking doors. They're looking for some kind of soft spot. As they're walking around one of the as they're walking up to one of the doors, suddenly Savannah hears a click, and as if one of the doors unlocked. Not a click, like a hard chink. And she looks and she goes and tries the door, and sure enough, it opens. The AI has decided that the best way to handle this situation. In fact, there's a really good chance these guys, Savannah and Evangeline, have been a new thorn in the side of the physicians all the way up the East Coast, up to DC, starting in Florida. There's a pretty good chance that their faces might be, well, actually, you know what? No, my bad. Savannah's face is definitely cataloged. She was an experiment and a patient. The AI recognizes her, decides the best way to approach this situation is to open up, invite them in, and then neutralize them once inside. So it opens up a door, and they go into it's kind of office space for the front gate, the toll booths, like purchasing area, the ticket area, and a kind of a guard station room to one side, so they can go through where the guards come in and get ready, or not so much guards, but you know, the security and things like that. The AI is not going to neutralize them. It's going to contain them until it can contact the right people. So they go in, and it's kind of a reception kind of area. Not so much reception, but like more like a reception kind of waiting room. It's where employees kind of gather before they go out into their respective positions, and everything is closed. The door to the zoo is closed, but then there's an office door that click and opens. And they go in, and it's kind of like a security control room. Lots of different cameras and computers, and that's where Savannah and Evangeline are going to meet the AI. And that's what we've got to do. The AI comes up, the door closes behind them and locks. They hear the and they look at the security cams, and all the screens come on. And maybe it's showing photos of Savannah going into the plastic surgeon's office in where were they? I forget where they were at. The Florida Medical Center, right? They're at Jupiter Beach. In Jupiter Beach, maybe it's pictures of Savannah in her. Oh, it's a video feed of her in her experiment / cell that she was in before she escaped. So right away she knows that they realize that they've been what do you call it? They've been clocked. They've been clocked, and let's see how they react to it. The soul check is 16. The soul check is 16. She gets Evangeline has 4 dice in soul. She only has 2 in rage, so it's not like she could shock this. But she's not going to be able to get help unless from Savannah unless she uses soul. So Savannah's not going to be able to help her with rage. But Savannah will be able to do really well with rage later on. So we're going to do soul. Oh wait, first initiate. We got to do a mind check. If any saints fail, they cannot play gifts during a symbol. Okay. All right. Evangeline has 3 in mind. Does she have hack or resist? She has neither. These are going to be tough foes for her. We keep getting these. Oh wait, she's good. 10. Okay. 8 tough foes if she's meeting golems and she doesn't have hack. Neither one of these ladies has hack. Yeah, she has charm though, so that's going to be okay. And Savannah has study, so that's good. Okay, she passes, so she's going to be able to play gifts, thankfully. And then Savannah has got to make a mind roll. She has 3 as well. She does not. She has resist, so she gets 2 bonus dice. She has resist 2. Yep, so she's got 8. All right. Okay, so the way the mechanics work on this is if anybody fails these rolls and takes damage that is not reduced, then we this location and every other location that doesn't have a person in it loses a card. Luckily, we have 1 fleeting fragment there are some, good things. We have Evangeline has one fleeting fragment that'll decrease damage, but that's a one-time shot. One shot only. They do have some healing, and not in her hand right now, but anyway, so 4 soul. And we're going to, oh wait, hold up. We're going to mutate. Obviously, we got to mutate. We're going to roll, we have to roll an extra die. No, this is not a minion. So yes, we're rolling an extra die because it's Savannah's power. Add 1 mutation die, then trash the lowest one. So we're going to roll for terrifying. 6 and a 5, trash the lowest at 6. We get to, somebody gets to reload 1 card. Do you really want, yeah, she's going to reload a pink taser. Reloads, put it back on top of your deck. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are assembling 4 soul dice. I think Evangeline's going to attempt to talk her way through this. She's going to play Sparks, which we kind of determined last time is actually kind of a special case where Savannah and her kind of work together. That's going to boost her soul. We're going to add a bonus die. Does she have charm or study? She has 1 charm, so she gets to add a bonus die. And then, what else we got? Okay, Arc Welder can help, but I mean, she has to sacrifice it. Wait, nope, she won't have to. She'll just have to bury it. Okay. Star Clock will allow her to... She'll have to sacrifice it, though, to draw a new Omen of Hope. So what's the Omen here? Confront. Reload 1 new threat into a random other nexus. This is terrible. So before we confront this, it's not going to happen right now. It's going to add... Oh, it's random other nexus, so it's just going to get destroyed. So it's not actually going to happen. The... part of the mission structure is that when we add new threats into this nexus, it goes into the clock. If it's an other nexus, it just gets destroyed. If a threat would go into another nexus, sacrifice it. Okay, good. All right, so we don't have to worry about it. All right, what else? Assemble using rage. Nope. Support. Giant tardigrade should be support slotted. Okay. And then let's see what Savannah's got. She got anything she can play? Recycle the damage. Decrease damage to 0. Okay. Okay. Nothing really that can help right now. So we're rolling these 6 dice. We need 16 off 3 dice. We're going to be able to re-roll 3 of them. Oh, my bad. Huh. Well. We're going to be able to re-roll 3 of them. If I would have rolled 1 more mutation die, we would be able to... Evangeline would be able to support herself, too, and re-roll another additional 4 dice. But I'm not going to do that now. These are not terrible rolls because we have a 5 and a 6 and we get to re-roll 3 of them. We're going to do that now. 1, 2, 3. We'll keep these 3. Boom. Oh, nice. Nice. 16. That's what we need to solve. So Evangeline looks around. She sees... This is the first time, okay, Savannah has told her a bit about what's happened, but this is the first time that that she's seeing what really happened to Savannah. She's seeing Savannah in her cell. She gets that she's seeing some of the stuff that they've done. Maybe she pops up in the cameras at once when it's playing back some footage. And she looks at Savannah and she says, "I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. How did they do this?" And we got to think of some way that this is going to get them out of this trouble that they're in right now. It's not like the tax simulator is going to let them out. Well, maybe. It's a tough one. It's really tough. So Evangeline says, I am so sorry. And Savannah just stares at the stuff and then looks away. She can't look at it anymore. And so Evangeline speaks out. What's going on? Who are you? And she's just she's expecting to be, she's thinking she's talking to somebody on the other side of the screen. She doesn't realize that she's talking to an artificial intelligence. But then the computer speaks back and says, please hold. We will be with you in a moment. Eventually it says, how long is this moment? It says, don't worry, I'm attempting to contact the appropriate parties in order to assist you. Evangeline says, well, is there any harm in us? Is there any harm in us visiting the zoo? No. Well, yeah. So she's gonna attempt that. The roll means she's successful and I have to figure out exactly how that works. But she says, I have to use the restroom. This would be a cool body roll too, but we'll work on it for soul. She says, well, how long do we have to wait? And she says, well, the computer says, we are contacting the appropriate, it says it again, we are contacting the appropriate parties. So Evangeline thinks for a minute. She goes, I need to use the restroom. Is there a restroom nearby? And the computer thinks, it goes, it shouldn't be that much longer. She goes, well, how much longer? Because I need to go, and I don't want to ruin any of this great equipment. I don't want to go to the bathroom on any of your equipment here. They hear a click as one of the doors opens. She looks at Savannah, and they both go to open it. And sure enough, it leads to bathrooms, but also leads to other parts of this building. So they got by that. And we're not in the zoo yet, though. So now, that was the very beginning of the turn. So now, the card says, win versus a card from the clock. After confront, if the current player does not activate a power to investigate, they must recycle one card to immediately investigate again. I don't know if that must means if they choose, they want to investigate. I guess I'm going to have to take must in at face value. So she's got to recycle a card. She's going to recycle the giant tardigrade, I guess. Recycle means it goes on the bottom of the deck. We're going to draw. Okay, so I get to choose. I can investigate here or but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when it's gone, it's gone. Or I can deal with another card off the top of the deck. And that's what we're going to do. Mooks. Okay. Initiates must confront a copy of this threat. So there are a couple of lab technicians. The doctors aren't around, but there are a couple, not lab technicians, there are a couple human security guards that are afraid to go out into the park proper, and the AI doesn't really need them to, but the AI doesn't need them to do certain things, and the doctors do like having, the physicians do like having a couple real people to have on scene, and that's these guys. And the computer opened up the door because these two had arrived, and they're like, hey, what can we help you with? Before Evangeline and Savannah can get to the bathroom. This was who, well, it wasn't necessarily the tech. The computer hasn't been able to contact any outside parties, but did contact these guys. And they're like, what can we do for you? So they've got to confront a copy of this. somebody else does. So Savannah, there's 2 of these guys. Savannah and Evangeline are having to deal with them. If somebody lost versus a copy of this threat, go to lose. And then, so basically we both have to deal with, or, well, the stuff that triggers here, play when damage. Oh, it's just if anybody takes damage. So we do not want to lose. Evangeline and Savannah, let's see. Oh, they're just gonna have to fight these guys, which isn't necessarily, well, yeah, I was gonna say it's not necessarily, this is a discard. Evangeline's strong suit, but she does have a taser. So Evangeline's gonna take care of hers first. Her rage is 2. Her rage gift, she can sacrifice it to add 2 rage dice. I don't think she's going to do that just yet. She's going to boost rage with 1. This is charm. She has charm 1. Evangeline puts on her big smile that she uses. Symbol versus a... Nope. Okay. Okay. She has nothing else. Well, Arc Welder will allow her to flip 1s if she gets it. Okay. Savannah has a murder board card. So Evangeline is picked up a little bit. She's hard, but she's not a fighter necessarily. She's never had to really fight until she's been doing these things with Savannah. She's fought before, but not, and she's picked up a little bit from just Savannah's hard edges. Have kind of influenced Evangeline a little bit. One of the, and that hard edge is kind of what's going to play out here when Savannah's going to play murder board, assemble using rage, recycle this into the current player's deck. So this is going to go into Evangeline's deck, and she gets to add a rage die to this roll. So we got 5 dice. I don't know if we're going to mutate. Well, you know what? Screw it. We can. We're going to mutate. Oh, wait. No, I said Savannah can't help with her rage. Can't help with rage. Just Evangeline's on her own. Evangeline needs 11. This isn't too bad. She's going to tase one of these suckers. Look at that. She tased the hell out of that guy. That guy falls to the ground. And then Savannah pounces. So that was a discard. Savannah has a 3 rage. And she's going to use Cajun Spice. She's going to hit guy with pepper spray. A specially formulated pepper spray that she's been carrying. Yeah, that's going to boost rage. She has no charm at all. But she can mutate. Yes, she's going to mutate. And she's going to discard the lowest one, the 4. She's got to reload 1 gift. Fine. Okay. Reload that. All right, so she's going to be able to reroll 3 dice if she needs to. Pepper spray, mook. Boom. She's got 11. Oh, 15. So these guys, one guy falls on, the other guy's falling on, and they look at each other, and then they move as fast as they can to see if they can't find the door. Oh, no. Ha. So before they get moving, they grab keys off the guy's belts. And they they look around, they see a door for exit, and sure enough, the keys work. Or no, it's not keys, it's ID cards. Beep, they're out into the zoo. That puts them, that puts them in the entrance to the zoo. The kitty farm is going to be on the left, and then the lions are going to be on the right as they go in. But they're not really sure what they're looking for. They're kind of hopped up on adrenaline because, well, here's the thing. They know they're at the right spot because of the videos that we're playing with the AI. It's showing them that stuff. So they're in the right spot, but they have no idea what they're looking for. So these security guards are down. Who knows how long they're going to be down. But that was Evangeline's turn. She's going to draw back up to 6, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to pass the turn to Savannah. And Savannah's got to draw from the clock. Okay. Minion 2. Oh, this is great, ladies and gentlemen, because the shit's starting right away. So, they get out, they open up, cool air, they moons out, they can see pretty good. Looks like there's a kind of a barn structure, like a red barn kind of structure on the left. There's a sign that says Kitty Petting Zoo that leads up that way. Then there's a fenced and then a moat and a hill to the right, it looks like. And they're not sure. They see the sign for lions. And as soon as Savannah sees the sign for lion, they hear, and it just chills them to the bone. They hear a not a roar, but a growl. And this is why the guards don't go out in the zoo, because out of the shadows near the lion, in case I keep wanting to say cell, but the lion part outsteps this man with a head of a lion. It's like a minotaur, but with the head of a lion instead of a bull. He steps out, and he's all man, and he's naked down below, so it's even more disconcerting, because the first thing Savannah sees is a naked man body come walking out when she sees the lion head, and it's like growling and kind of moving up on him. The Nephilim devourer. So great. All right. So good thing about these guys is if if she wins against him, he gets out of the deck. He's out of the deck, so that's good. To give you an idea of what we're up against, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There are 14 more threats they're going to have to nullify in order to win this. So that's great. No, those should be gone. That should be in the discard pile. Is this a skinwalker? No, it's a physician. Should be a skinwalker. All right, Savannah. She's gonna use body. What does she got in her hand? Okay, she's got a phylactery where she can sacrifice it to decrease damage to 0. She's got to sacrifice it, which sucks, but man, we got to do what we can do. Oh, wait. Oh, well, yeah. Well, we don't have any rage cards. A symbol versus a strike. Ooh, here we go. She's got an enduring fragment. A symbol versus a strike threat. She can add 1 bonus die if it's Skinwalker. That's why it'd be great if it's Skinwalker. She can add 2. She's going to be able to add a bonus die just for that. If she does rage, she's going to be able to... Okay, we're going to do rage. Anything happen right in the beginning? Add 1 mutation die, then re-roll the highest die. All right, not only... Okay, so we're adding a lot of mutation die here. 1 for him completely, and then... part of the structure of the mission says we add 1 when we fight minions. Oh, this is a minion B. So, no, this is a minion A for sure. All right, great. So that's another mutation die. Okay. Then Savannah adds 1, and then you have your straight up 1. So that's 4 mutation die. You have to re-roll the highest one. She gets to trash the lowest die. A lot of fun. A lot of fun here. Look at that roll. We get to trash this and re-roll. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to do this. We're going to do his thing first, which is re-roll the highest die. And it's a 1. She'll trash that. That means 4 is the lowest. 4 says reload 1 gift. Fine. She's going to reload the worry beads that she has in her hand. Okay, now we're mutated. And that means wait, you know what? No, because I want Evangeline to help too. That's another die we're adding. It's actually the lowest die is a 1. Now all that means is Evangeline's got to reload a gift too. Fine. She'll reload the star clock. Okay. There. We're going to be able to re-roll 5 of these dice, so that's good. She starts with 3 rage. She gets to add 1 because of the fleeting the enduring fragment. She needs a 16 though, man. We need to add a few more. Does she have she has strike already, so she gets an extra die there. That's it, man, and then can Evangeline add any? Assemble, using rage, shoot. I hate to blow it now, but Evangeline's like flipped out. She's like, this is pretty intense. Up until now, they have not had to deal with, well, no, they did run into a werewolf. So this isn't, she's not used to this shit, but she can sacrifice this to add 2 we're gonna do that. She's gonna add 2. She's gonna sacrifice it to add 2 rage dice. So that's a lot better looking. Jeez, dude. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. I like it. I like it. Savannah kind of starts getting into the pose that Evangeline's like, she knows exactly what's going to happen. She goes, Evangeline says, Savannah. And she tosses her taser. And this thing comes, because it eyes Savannah, and Savannah kind of goes like this and just rushes at it. And as it comes at her, she dodges out of the way and she shoots it. And then shoots it again, and then shoots it again. I don't know if you can keep shooting with a taser. You can't. It does the things. It barely takes it down, and then she hits it again. That's what she does. She tases it, drops the taser, and hits it as hard as she can in the head with her fists, right? Because she doesn't really have a weapon right now. She's gonna get a weapon, and luckily enough, this thing goes down. We did not lose. Okay. Evangeline tosses a taser. Savannah tases it. And then as it's going down, she drops the taser in like one smooth motion and just hits this thing and puts it down. And then Evangeline looks away. But Savannah knows what needs to happen. And we look away as we hear a couple disgusting sounds as Savannah just kind of takes care of the thing. And when Savannah comes back around, Evangeline looks, she's got blood up her arms, and her hands and arms are kind of covered in gore and arms. She's kind of wiping her hands and trying to clean herself off. That was the very beginning of her turn. That was a minion B, so we get to examine 1. We're going to examine this, and it's a rattle trap, which is a mind. Let's see. It's also a body. And it's not very difficult. So we're going to... Oh, she's got to reload a gift to immediately investigate again. Recycle a gift, sorry. We're going to recycle the... Oh, geez. So recycle this. And immediately investigate again. I'm going to pull it from the Omen deck just to keep moving. So Evangeline looks, and then she kind of looks over, and the thing is like laying on the ground, and she can't see in the moonlight too. She sees something. Looks like she's guessing Savannah ripped out its throat. Savannah's breathing heavily, and Evangeline looks around, and there's to the left is some bathrooms. So Evangeline says, "Come on, let's clean you up." And they get into the bathroom, but the bathroom is set up. The AI has when they get in the bathroom, the physicians and the stuff that's been going on in the last year, there's all the novums are going in a fevered pitch to bring about the apocalypse or stop it in their own way, which is actually bringing about like the physicians. And this has opened up a lot of weak spots around the world for more traditional supernatural kind of stuff to come in. And the bathrooms here, dark areas, have become little nodes of evil shit. And this particular bathroom, she come in and she turns on the light, and the fluorescent bulbs flicker, and they start rinsing off, and then click, they flicker and click, and they go off, and they both are quiet. And so Evangeline's, and their hearts are racing. They're so afraid that it's going to be another one of these lion freaking people. But then Evangeline gets this chill down her spine, and Savannah does, and she takes this moment to ask Savannah, "Do you feel that?" And Savannah's like, "Yeah, down my back." It's like, "Yeah, yes." Evangeline's been suspecting, and more so, that Savannah is actually is a lot like her as a person, not just the experiment or whatever happened. That she might be what Evangeline's come to call saint. A person like her was kind of specially designed to fight this kind of evil and the stuff that's going on in the world. So this is another little kind of thing that kind of confirms that for Evangeline. But that also, Evangeline knows that something's going on. They start looking around. They one stall door opens and then kind of shuts and creaks. We've got, this is a mind or a body check. Savannah's going to take this as a body check. Yeah. Because all she's got is the indexing. She's got one play here. She's got 3 in the body. She doesn't have hack, which is a shame. She only needs a 12. Evangeline can help, so we might as well mutate this sucker. Oh, hold up. One thing I was going to do, I went too fast. Before this, this lion dude was the very beginning of the turn when we drew from the Omen deck. This is the investigation. Before the investigation was the support phase. It's a phase I continuously mess up and forget. Evangeline's other power is during the support phase, she can bury a gift, which is put under a card. She'll bury the seer? No, that's a good one. Mimi Rue's elixir. She's going to bury that to flip the nexus, which is awesome. When you win versus a non-true threat, you draw a new body gift. That's killer. Okay. So, anyway, she being Savannah, is going to discard indexing to boost her body. Oh, wait, we're mutating. Sorry. Got to roll 2 dice to see if Evangeline can, not see if, but see what happens if Evangeline helps. We'll ditch the lowest is 3. Someone's got a reloaded Omen. Nobody has an Omen in their hand, so I don't think we can... Wait. No, this isn't an if. So, no Omen was reloaded, but we're mutating. Okay, so we can reroll 3 of these. We're going to need this. She discarded... Yep, discarding indexing to add a body die. So we have 4 dice. We need a 12. Oh boy. We really need this to happen because she takes damage. It's bad. Look at this. What am I doing, man? This is awesome. Look out. Yeah, so Savannah's all worked up. I mean, their adrenaline rush is really going, and she's not having this. She's not going to be afraid. There's not going to be any kind of scary bathroom play. So she starts walking towards that stall that kind of opened. And she's like Evangeline's kind of figuring out that Savannah's like her. Savannah's also kind of figuring out the kind of powers that she possesses. And one of the powers of the Saints, this isn't necessarily canon. This is Kevin canon. This is Liching Hour canon, to try to help explain some of the ways that we deal with this stuff. It's like a shadowy kind of the rattle trap I'm talking about here. The rattle trap is kind of this. It takes different forms, but it's a shadowy kind of doorway to another realm that just devours things, organic kind of things. And when they encounter it, a saint can dive into themselves and kind of use a power, whether it's from their mind or from their essence, their body, to close it. And she's feeling that. She's walking towards the stall with her hyped up kind of like, with the adrenaline rush stuff. She's feeling that kind of rise up in her. It's something she hasn't felt very often before, because in her past life, before she was an experiment, she wasn't really exposed to this stuff very often. But she's feeling it, and it's just kind of ripping out of her, this kind of feeling that she's pushing out, and then she's gonna pull it back in. So as she's walking up the stall, she's pushing out, and it's almost as if she's feeling like the shadows pushing in to the stall. And as she gets there, she just instinctively pulls back, and it all just kind of, and it's not so much flows in her as it flows around her and then dissipates. And she feels as if something's gone. There's like a light, and Evangeline is, she's like, yeah. And the lights come back on. And in the stall is let's see if it's in the stall are a pair of red shoes. This is the win versus a non-true threat, draw a new body gift. Move, then you may examine one. If it's a threat, suffer one soul damage. Ugh. It's like not the best gift in the world, but it is. Yeah, it is something to keep. Savannah doesn't really know why, but she takes the shoes, almost like a trophy. You know what? She likes them. She puts them on. She's got old physician, not physician, but some footwear that she was given from the experimentation. It's not like Evangeline and Savannah have gone shopping. Maybe they have a little bit, but these are shoes. She takes them. Maybe puts them on. We're going to add that to her hand. Going to draw back up and pass the turn to Evangeline. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So far, so good. Evangeline. Top of the deck. Eye doctor. Interesting. On the plus side, I see everything a mantis shrimp can. On the minus side, oh my god, the colors. Avoid. You cannot avoid. Initiate. Mind 13. Otherwise, discard any sense gifts. She has 1 sense gift. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's look at this. Perfect. So they come out of the bathrooms, and nearby is the next, as they start walking up farther into the zoo, there's a little first aid building there. And because they know the type of people they're going after, they creep up and go and try the door, and sure enough, it opens. And actually, no. They go to try the door, and it doesn't open, okay? But there's a thin bit of light underneath the door. They don't want to knock. They move back, and right when they decide they're going to go, maybe go around the sides to look to see if there's any windows or something, the door opens, and someone steps out. And let's see, the eye doctor. We're going to do the mind one first. She gets 3 dice. For mind, right? Yeah. She does not have sense. Oh, wait, does she? She has something. No. 4, 8, 11. She did not make it. Otherwise, she's got... Oh, man. She's discarding a seer. Which would have... Nope, it's not really going to do anything. She could have examined cards. Okay. So. We need to talk our way past this eye doctor. She has 3 in mind, and Savannah can help, so we're going to mutate this card first. Drop a 5. 4 is she's got a reload. Jeez. Well, she's got to reload. Okay, she'll reload this. She's got 1 card left. No boosts. Okay. But so far, so good. I mean, we've got cards. We haven't lost any cards in any of our nexuses, so that's okay. Let's see. Can Savannah help? Symbol versus a threat. Recycle, add 1 body or rage die. Right. Yes. Okay. Oh, that helps too. Add 1 body die. Okay. We're going to do that. So, Savannah. So, the first thing the doctor sees is Evangeline. It's like, who are you? What are you doing here? And then Savannah comes up, and just the sheer look of violence that Savannah kind of exudes. And she's kind of coming down with the adrenaline rush. That's going to be represented by this Halligan bar. She can recycle it to add 1 body or rage die. Or we're doing mind. We're doing mind. Well, it's a symbol versus a threat, so it doesn't matter. If you're skilled in strike, if you're not skilled in strike, she's skilled in strike, so she's good. So she's going to add a rage die to this because she's feeling it. Feeling the rage. And then sense and study. She does not have sense nor study. That's a dang shame. Do I really want to try this with 4 dice? We're going to be able to re-roll 6 of them. So I guess... No, I'm sorry. 3 of them. So, I mean, that's good. Man, 13, 4 dice. I don't know what else we can do. Well, I do know what else we can do. Savannah's also going to play a Wolfram Cube. So, she's going to stay very focused. So she's gone into focus mode. That's what the kind of the Wolfram Cube's going to represent, and letting herself exude violence just by her body language. She gets to assemble versus a mutated card. She can recycle this to add 1 body die. All right. Hey, Heroic. Good evening, sir. All right, here we go. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. All right. So, yeah. Evangeline flashes her smile and says, and you know what? We're just going for, because it's mind, body, and rage. She smiles and she says, Savannah, could you please? And Savannah grabs the eye doctor and slams her up against the wall. Or him. It's going to be him. Slams him up against the open door. He's like, hey, what? Because Evangeline is pretty sure that this person's probably on their own. And the doctor's like, we can't be out here for that long. He seems to be more worried about being outside in the zoo, which is obviously, we know why. And Evangeline says, what, do you mean your little tiger buddy? Oh, he's disposed of. And the doctor gets this crazy look in his eyes. Like, well, what are you talking about? Who are you? And Evangeline says, well, it's more about who you are. What are you doing here? What's going on? And he says, I just had to stay late and run some more tests. She says, no, not where no, why are you here? And he's like, you don't know what you're dealing with. And Savannah looks at him and she says, you might want to rethink that, she says. And Savannah, like we've talked about, Savannah looks, has got the look of plastic surgery gone wrong. And he looks closer at it and kind of gets it. And he's like, well, what can I do for you? What do you want? Please just let me go. I just want to go. Evangeline looks in the door, and it's a small lab. She goes, is there a bathroom in here? He's like, yeah. It's down the hall, right over there. And then she sees the door, and she says, you got another chance to tell me tell us what you're doing here. He says, look, this whole place, you need to leave. You don't know what's going on here. And I can't tell you anything. I just know the tests I'm running. Evangeline sighs and says, Savannah, let's take him to the bathroom. So Savannah picks him and just drags him. And they go into the bathroom. They take him over and open up. It's just a small bathroom. And Savannah, Evangeline says, leave him in there. She pushes him in, and then they close the door. And it opens this way. So they close it, which is what Evangeline saw. And they put a chair up against it. And now he's locked in there. And he bangs. He's like, hey, you're going to let me out of here, right? Right? And they ignore him. So we've taken care of him. Now they have the run of the little building, the little medical area that they're in. So let's see what that was. That was Evangeline's first card. Now she's supposed to recycle a card. Oh, jeez. Recycle a card. Well, hold on. No, it's good. This was a non-true threat, so she gets to draw a body card. So let's see. Okay. So when Savannah puts them in there, Evangeline grabs a chair and puts it up against there. And when she sees, and she sees an actual, I'm going to say a large wrencher. We'll just say it's a Halligan bar. She sees an actual bar on the table. He had brought it up. He was going to grab it to look at the door. When he opened the door, though, when he saw them two, he wasn't necessarily afraid enough to grab his Halligan bar. Now he's wishing he had. But his weapon kind of thing. He just brought it up because he's afraid. He had been carrying around with him just in case the lion dude or whatever else was out there in the zoo if he needed to protect himself. So she finds this and she's going to add that to her hand. And now she's got to recycle a card to... she's going to recycle it, I guess, because the arc welder is just a little more valuable. She's going to recycle it to draw... What the heck, dude? Knuckle V. Oh, man, this is a half horse, half dude thing. It's a little too late. When they hear the it's a little too late. And Savannah and Evangeline realized that they didn't close the door when they brought him in and stuffed him in the bathroom. Evangeline whips around with the Halligan bar. And when she does, it slips out of her hand and falls on the floor. And kind of coming in the door is this horse. And at first it seems a little surreal that this horse is coming in, but it gets even worse when as it clears its head, its first head, a human kind of comes in and clears it, and the human looks like it was grown out of this horse rather than placed on it. And they're let's see. We've got to initiate body resist. If any saints fail, they suffer 1 body or mind damage. That's what we're going to determine right now, how freaked out they are by this thing. It keeps getting worse and worse. All right. Okay, so she's going to do body first. And she has no resist. Body is 2. Jeez. 6. This is not good. She's got to take a point of body damage, which is the only card she's got in her hand. I don't think there's anything else she's really going to be able to do here. And now Savannah's got 3 body. 8. She made it. 9. So what happens is this thing comes in, and Evangeline is so kind of thrown off, it just walks up, and she goes to move back, and her foot slips on something, and she falls, and that's when the Halligan bar she was holding, or the weapon she was holding, goes sliding off into the farther into the lab. And let's see, we gotta figure out what's going on. Okay. Oh boy. Well, looks like we're going to be using a fleeting fragment soon. Alright, let's mutate so that Savannah can help with body. Are we going to try body? Let's see what Savannah's got. Savannah can help with damage. She can initiate versus a non-true threat. Discard. No, it's just when she's doing it. So, oh, that's anybody can do that. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, I gotta remember this. I gotta remember that enduring fragments, anybody can use them. So that's pretty cool. So assembling versus a strike threat, she's gonna be able to add a bonus die, so that's good. If we do body, Savannah will be able to help. This is the best shot we got. So we got to mutate first. 6 and a 2. These things are looking good. We're getting rid of the 2. 6. Somebody's got to reload a card. The only person that can reload a card is Savannah. Oh, wait. You know what? She's going to reload this. Omen. Easy peasy. All right. We got 2 body dice for Evangeline. She's got strike, so what I just figured out doesn't even matter. Okay, so we got 3 dice so far. Savannah, I gotta be careful. I can't be using. It's gonna have to be 3 dice, and we can re-roll 3. So that's what we got. Worst case, Evangeline can sacrifice a fleeting fragment to decrease damage to 0, and we won't lose any cards. We need a 14 on 3 dice. We're going to re-roll. We got 10. We're going to re-roll these 2. And this is our first fail. But it's, well, here's the deal. Okay, what happens? Damage. If damage is not decreased to 0, we examine one at their nexus and all unoccupied nexuses and sacrifice any examined gifts and omens. So every nexus is going to lose 1 card. Or I sacrifice her fleeting fragment to decrease that damage to 0 and then move. No, we're not going to do that. Because she's not going to lose any cards. She doesn't have any cards in her hand, so Okay. We're going to do what we got to do. We're going to examine this. It's a Monsterpedia. That's gone. We're examine one from the meat locker. It's Dead Sea Salt. That's gone. And this is the true clock. We're going to lose extra razor blades. Question being, this gets shuffled into a random other nexus, which means it's not. Pretty sure it's not going back in here. I think so. That's good, really good. And Evangeline's got to redraw in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pass her turn. Overall, we're not bad. She's only got, well, she's got 4 cards in her. I guess she is hurt. Evangeline is feeling a little fatigue. I mean, this has been a lot. It's been a lot, and they've only been in this zoo for maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. We're passing the turn to Savannah. Well, there's all this trying to mitigate threats using cards. I mean, she's starting with 3 cards in her hand now. And we'll see what's in store. Car crash set to music. Great. The AI has realized what's going on. Oh, yeah. And it is definitely present in the medical center that they're in right now. Evaluate when flipping dice. Flip matching dice. Terminate. Body resistance 8. If any saint fails, they suffer 1 damage. So, what I'm going to say is that seems lame, but maybe the AI is going to be opening and closing doors and doing things to try to physically restrain them. That's what we're going to do. This is going to be, the door is going to slam shut, and the lady's going to be trying to work a way out of this place. There isn't much to see here. It's a computer. It's password protected. These ladies aren't hackers. There's some weird, materials obviously being tested, but it doesn't matter what this guy was doing. By the simple fact that they've now met 2 genetically altered beings that were grafted with animals, it's pretty obvious what the physicians are doing at the zoo. So at this point, they before the AI closes the door on them, they Evangeline and Savannah. Oh wait, we killed the Knucklebee. No, we didn't. Oh, okay. So how do we explain this? So Savannah gets knocked down. It hits Savannah, not Savannah. I'm sorry, Evangeline. Let's see. She didn't really take any damage because she didn't have anything left. It comes in. It's body thing. She falls and maybe screams. All right. The horse itself goes kind of taken aback, and just stares at her, and the thing kind of stares at her, and there's this moment where she's not breathing. It's Savannah's frozen too, and then it backs out of the door, and they hear it gallop off, and that's when the door closes, and the AI is attempting to keep them locked in. They don't know that the door's locked yet. Evangeline's like, what is going on here? Well, wait. I guess it's obvious what these bastards are doing here. And Savannah's like, making more monsters. We got to find out. We've got to clear this place. We've got to cleanse it. Is what Evangeline says, the exact words. And Savannah nods. Yeah. And they look around. There's nothing really useful there. They go to leave, and they can't open the door. That's what this challenge is going to be. Evaluate. Okay, yeah, terminate. Okay, good. We're going to use body because it's only a 13. And she's going to be able to... There is a window there is a window. There's a series of windows that run along the top. They're a little higher up, and but they've got these kind of locks that they're kind of like you turn like this. Savannah is gonna attempt to whip the shoes up and tie them together, whip them up. She didn't put them on, and then pull down the window, and they're gonna attempt to crawl out of this window to get outside. She's gonna discard body, discard this boost body, and she doesn't really have anything else. We're gonna mutate it. Get rid of the 1. 4 is she's got to reload 1 gift. Okay, fine. She's gonna reload the Wave of Mutation, and then we got a little bit of help on the evaluate step. So from Evangeline. So wait, this has got hack and resist. She's got resist too. Hell yeah. There, 6 dice, good, to get 13. $15. So she gets the shoes on. She pulls it. This is not an electronic window. It's a analog. So analog. Evangeline helps push her up. She gets out the window. We got to roll to see if she falls and hurts herself. Resist or sense. She's got resist, so she got 2 bonus dice, and her body is 3. So 5, 10. She makes it out, and then she reaches back in, and this was a little harder, but she got to go in her body and help pull Evangeline up. Evangeline has a body of 2, and that's it. She's only going to have 2. She doesn't have resist or sense. Hopefully she doesn't hurt herself. 7. Oh, so close. There's nothing she can do. There's no flipping things. She's going to take a point of damage. So Savannah helps pull her out, and Evangeline falls hard, getting out of the window. And hurts herself a little bit. But we have circumvented that, and now she's got to. This was a discard. I've lost track of whose turn it was. So this is Savannah's turn. The Knuckle V was okay. This was her first turn, right? No. Yeah. So she's got to. Damn. Wait, that was a non-threat. She gets. Oh, good. Huh. Look at this. This is really. Hey, now. Hey, everybody, chill out. Okay. I'm not sure how she gets this, but getting out of the window. Huh. Okay. We're just adding this card to our hand because we're gonna we have to reload it in order to draw a new card. Okay, guess what? We are meeting they slide out the windows, and that's when oh, yeah. Okay, what we're going to do right here is, so remember how Savannah had the blood from the lion tar? She'd washed it off in the bathroom, but she didn't get, maybe she didn't get it all. So this right here is going to be whether or not she managed to get that off, or if she's going to contract zumps to some degree. This is the DNA altering malady that caused the horse thing and the lion person. Body and threat, or rage. She doesn't, it's a resist, so she's gonna, okay, this isn't too bad. Body's 3. We can, but man, rage is better. Okay, let's mutate. And this is a minion. This is a minion B. I don't think that does that. Nope, doesn't add a mutation die. Oh boy. Okay, great. It's a 2. Reload 1 random card. All right, it's the only card she's got. Reload. Okay. All right. You know what? Hold on. Nope, that's not. She should have rolled 3 dice because we're using rage, and she can help herself, and Evangeline can help. We're gonna roll 1 more die. Sorry. All right. So she's gonna be able to re-roll 5 dice. She starts with 3. She gets 2 bonus dice for having a resist skill. And here we go. She gets to re-roll all 5 of these if she needs to. Jeez. Heck yeah, dude. 16. Booyah. I have been rolling phenomenally so far. Obviously. So, yeah, she gets down and she looks down and she notices that she still got some, she just kind of goes like that, and yeah, no problem. That was her turn. She's gonna draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay, 6 cards. Okay. Pass the turn to Evangeline, who's gonna draw our first card off the clock. So there are so they get out of the window, out of the medical place, and they are, where are they at? They are near the, what is that? I'm looking at the actual map of the Smithsonian National Zoo. That's where we're at. And the Amazonia. We are right out near the Amazonia. They're behind the building. And they hear whispering. After Evangeline falls and Savannah helps her up and wipes off stuff, they hear, they get their bearings. Obviously, they gotta walk around to get to the main fair through, and they hear whispering. At first, they think it's the wind, but Evangeline's like, shh. They hear whispering. So very quietly, they work their way over to a large building to just kind of northwest of them. And there's a, well, let's roll first. Oh, no, there's a little group of, it looks like there's 2 or 3 people. There are zoo employees that, when the physicians came in through bureaucracy and then a little bit of a almost military-esque kind of coup of the zoo, there were a few employees that weren't part of the memo that are trapped in here. And they've taken on a kind of a, these are like, they're just trying to survive, but they think everybody's the enemy, and they're definitely trying to stay away from the mutated animal things. Of course, Evangeline and Savannah don't know this, but this can be a soul roll, so that's good. So we're going to do that. Okay. We're going to mutate. Oh, another 1 and 2. It was one. Jeez, this is the worst. Okay. Well, actually, we can roll a third die because, wow. Okay. 2. She got to reload a random card. Fine. Fine, fine. She being Evangeline. Yeah, that was the only one that I really wanted because it would save her ass from taking damage if she had to take damage. Damn. All right, she gets to reroll 7 of these though, if she has to. So I guess that's good. And this is a charm. She has 1 charm. She's gonna put on her smile and approach this poor group of people. 9, 10, 11. That's all she needed was 11. Well, we're gonna reroll. We can reroll 7 of them, so we're gonna reroll these 2 because if we win by 4, we're gonna be able to investigate again or shuffle. No, I don't want to shuffle nothing. I don't want to investigate again either. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go ahead and win, not by 4. So Evangeline steps out, and they're like they freeze because they're worried that she's gonna be some kind of animal thing, and she says, "Say who?" She immediately takes in effect that these are obviously not doctors. They're probably not physicians, and they're obviously not very skilled at whatever they're doing because they didn't even hear Evangeline and Savannah come up. She smiles and say, "Who? Hi. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. Who are you?" And one of the braver ones speaks up. Says, "We're zookeepers." A couple of zookeepers and a couple of security guards, they were just employees. They were employees at one of the places you can get food, who were like got stoned in the back room the night that the physicians came and took over, and nobody knew that they were back there. And they're younger kids, maybe 20 something, and they're like super scared at first and a little freaked out when Savannah stays back so as not to frighten them. And Evangeline puts out things. "Look, we're trying to figure out what's going on here. Do you know?" They're like, "We don't know what's going on. It's like the zoo's been taken over by craziness. Are we in a different dimension?" And they're like super freaked out. And Evangeline puts on her calm demeanor and tells them that you are not crazy. You are not in another dimension. Everything's going to be okay. You need to get out or find somewhere safe to get into. Are there any buildings you can get into? And they're like, "Yeah, but there's these people." And Evangeline says, "Look, that building right there, there's a man trapped in the bathroom, but don't let him out. But you can go in that building until morning. And we're going to try to take care of everything in the zoo. So you should be safe tomorrow morning. That's what we're hoping to do." And they're like, thank you. And Evangeline leads them there, and they use an ID card to be able to get in. The AI lets them in because it's thinking that Evangeline and Savannah are coming back in, or it just lets them in because it's whatever can get them back in. The cameras aren't working, or actually the camera could see Evangeline and Savannah with them, so it's thinking that they're going to go in, but just those people go in. And Evangeline shuts the door, and one of the people tells her about where's my map? It says there's something with the lions. There's some kind of thing in the lion den, and if you want to go in the exhibits, there are certain portions where the zookeepers go in that are geofenced. That's what this card's going to be. That aren't actually that people don't know that they'll be able to go in, but the animals can't get out. But just small areas, not large areas. So that's something that she kind of takes in that information. Evangeline thanks, and we go on from there. That was her first card of the thing. She's got to reload. Right? Yep. Recycle. Just going to recycle the star clock and draw another one. How are we doing? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This, I'm not going to say a damn thing. We got 8 more to go. So the ladies continue on their way. They're not quite sure. The people didn't know. They knew there was something wrong with the lion, but we already dealt with a lion. They've might have heard the clopping of the horse thing, so we don't know what else is left. You're just gonna have to do. They're just gonna have to go through the whole zoo and see if they can't clear everything out. As they approach, there is a yes. So they get back. They go around the front of they've gone around the front of the building and let those people into the medical building or the first aid kind of place, and then they're continuing up the main thoroughfare, and they suddenly hear the music of that's bothering me. They hear carousel music, and as they round kind of a turn, sure enough there's a carousel there, and there's just they get the chills because there's just one figure riding the carousel. Looks like a woman, and she's staring at them as she goes around. And Evangeline and Savannah look at each other, and Savannah's like, "I feel it." Is that? And Evangeline's, "Yeah, that's a lost soul." There's she says, "I've noticed more and more weaknesses in the realities between our world and the world of the dead." And Savannah says, "Is this because of the physicians and the tests that they're doing?" And Evangeline says, "Well, this kind of stuff's always existed. I've just seen it more, and I don't know if it's just because of the physicians or not." And Savannah says, "Should we take care of her?" And Evangeline's like, yes, we should everywhere we can, because if you don't, it can cause more trouble. It's like cleaning a wound. You got to clean the wound, otherwise things can get infected. But Evangeline goes up because this is like her thing. Lost souls definitely are in her wheelhouse. She's got to trash the highest die, unfortunately, but it's only a 9. Her soul is 4 dice. Are we gonna bother? Should we bother? Yeah, we're gonna do that. I hate not mutating. And we're gonna roll one more die. All right, 2 4s and a 6, so we're ditching the 4, and it's gonna be a 4. She's got to reload a gift. She's gonna reload the geofence. Something she'll keep for later. Okay, we're gonna be able to re-roll 3 7 of these bad boys. Conjure. Oh, she's got conjure too. I guess we didn't really need to mutate this, but we gotta trash the highest die. Okay, 2 5s and a 3. We gotta trash a 5. So really it's 8, 9, 10. So this is easy peasy for Evangeline. She walks up to the carousel, the spirits riding it, and the lady's looking at her. Evangeline smiles and raises her hands, and as it's coming, the carousel starts slowing down and slowing, and even the music feels like slow, ding, 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 ding. And then as it approaches, it looks like the spirit's moving off of it, and then as it moves towards Evangeline, Evangeline's kind of hands start glowing a little bit, and light kind of just pushes out and dissipates the ghost as it kind of just approaches her. And then the carousel's lights go, and it goes off. Non-true threat. And the lost soul dissipates, but a fine powder kind of falls. And this is something a little new. Evangeline knows that it happens sometimes. She knows what it does. This powder. She catches something. Some of it falls in her hands. She takes it and places it in her pocket. And Savannah's like, what was that? And she's like, oh, it's something I don't know. We might be able to use later. So we pick that up. That was her second card, and cool. We're gonna pass the turn here. Well, we could go again. No, we're gonna wait. She's gonna go. She's gonna pass 4, 5, 6. And pass the turn to Savannah. Savannah has a handful of cards, so that's cool. And her first, as we move away from the carousel. So this is Zumps. Zumps, there's more on her clothes. So the blood from the lion thing, the gore, there's some on her clothes. So we're going to see if any of that gets, Savannah goes and touches her eyes or something. Did we do body last time? Is that what she, well, this is a true threat, so she can't wave a mutilation it. She doesn't have a symbol using body, discard use soul instead. Oh, interesting. Because then, no, Evangeline can't help with soul. Okay. Damage. The symbol using rage? No. I guess, yeah, symbol using rage, discard use mind instead. Okay. Man, I want to keep using this. Is, well, I guess 15 and 16. Well, one can matter a lot. The Mondrian cell that she has can. Okay. This is a resist, so she's gonna get 2 bonus dice. So that's good. Okay. All right, we're gonna go with rage. First, we're gonna mutate this sucker, and we're gonna go rage, but we're gonna turn it into mind. But still, Evangeline's gonna attempt to help. This is a true threat. This is a minion B, so we don't do anything here. 4, 3, discard the lowest one. 4, reload 1 gift. Or reload wave of mutilation. Then, or mutations rather. Then we're going to play Monsterpedia. We're going to assemble using rage. She's going to use her mind instead. If you're skilled in study. Oh, she is. She can recycle that. Okay, cool. So we're going to change this into mind. She gets 3 dice in mind. Evangeline can help with mind, and it's going to let her reroll 3. So we're going to be able to reroll 3. We have resist 2, so she gets 2 bonus dice. This is her first card of the turn. This is her first card of the turn, so we're going to hold on to the other cards. I think this is what we're going to roll. All right. Hot damn. Look at that. 18. So, Savannah just like obsessively keeps looking down. She's feeling like dirty. She's looking down and she sees stuff, and she asks Evangeline if she has any that's it. She asks Evangeline, do you have any hand sanitizer? Evangeline's like, oh yeah, of course. And she goes into her bag and gives her a bottle, and she cleans up her hands really good, which she should have done before, but they were lost. They were distracted by the trap in the bathroom and all that other kind of stuff. This is recycled. So, nice try, Zumps. We get to examine 1. We're going to examine this. Minion 1. That's going to be another fun one. Are we ready for, well, I guess we don't have to be. Where did that go? Hold on. That shouldn't have been put away like that. This is, here we go. Body and rage. Body. Body, oh boy. No, she does not have. Recycle their hand and draw 4 cards. Okay. She's going to draw from here instead of, well, she's got to recycle a gift. Or recycle a gift? No, recycle a card, right? Recycle 1 card, okay. Savannah's going to recycle 1 card to draw from this deck, which is an Omen of Doom. Oh, crap. And then draw another one. It's a Dead Sea Salt. Okay. Well, gonna roll 3 rage. 10. Savannah is feeling even better now that she's starting to get a feel for what these other things are going on with her. She's starting to feel a little more, not so much confident, but she's kind of growing into herself a little bit as the saint part of her, this more supernatural part of her. That's what the Dead Sea Salt's going to represent. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to draw this. Yep. And we're going to pass the turn to Evangeline. Before, yeah. Savannah's going to sacrifice this fleeting fragment, Tiger's Eye. The start of Evangeline's turn, she's going to recycle their hand and draw 4 cards. So it goes in the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hoping that these are cards that are a little more helpful for what's about to happen. And they are. Awesome. Okay. So the ladies continue on deeper into the zoo. And guess what this is? This is another effed up thing. Let's see. Well, yes. Let's do that. So they veer off the road splits. The road through the zoo, the path through the zoo splits. One going kind of like, we'll say, northwest, and one kind of going northeast. They continue on the northeast, and as they're walking through, keeping their eyes open, there's another building. Sign says it's the reptile house. So they're moving by, and they're walking by it, and they hear a hiss, and yeah, that's actually disconcerting. Slithering out from behind the building comes like a naga, basically. It's a snake with a human body growing up out of it, but it looks like their human body grew out of it. It's not like someone put a human onto it. So its skin isn't necessarily human, but it's not necessarily, it's like, yeah, it's tiny scales. Actually, they're not going to notice that until they get up there, because at first it looks like a bald person's body on this snake as it comes slithering out. It kind of moves up, and it's not gigantic. Yeah, it's about the size of human size, so this tail of the snake is about as big as a human. And as they're going to get closer, they see that skin is actually tiny scales. And it's got it opens its mouth, and a big long tongue comes out, flickers. And yeah, it's messed up. It's a giant snake person. A giant-ish snake person. Add 1 mutation die, then re-roll the highest die. Okay, so we got a lot of... What do we want to do here? Body. I think we want to do body because she's got 2 body cards in her hand. That's what we want to do. In her body... Well, that sucks. Oh, we gotta get lucky here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, she does have her fleeting fragment. She can decrease 0, so damage to 0. So, yeah. Let's get lucky. Let's mutate. Got to add a mutation die because of this. We're going to add a mutation die because Savannah's going to help. Savannah adds another mutation die. This is a minion A, so we're adding another mutation die because of the structure. So we are rolling 4 and getting rid of the lowest one. The lowest one is a 3. Next lowest is a 4. She's got to reload 1 gift. She's going to reload the murder board. Okay. All right. Cool. She's got 2 body. She's going to be able to reroll 3 of them. This is strike. She's going to be able to add a strike die. I didn't reroll the highest. It's okay. She's going to, resist. No. She's going. All right, here we go. We got the giant tardigrade that she can discard to boost. Okay, this is great because she's got the Halligan bar. She can assemble versus a threat, recycle this to add 1 body or rage die. If you're not skilled in strike, she is skilled, so that's good. She knows how to use weapons. She's just not very violent. Add 1 body. She's going to add a body. And then giant tardigrade, she's going to discard, but it's an ally, so she can actually recycle it to add a body die. That's pretty much all her cards. Savannah Onana is going to evaluate damage, assemble using body. That's just for her. She's not going to do a damn thing. She's got nothing she can help with evaluate, and that's about it. Here we go. We got 5 dice. Snake thing. Doing good. 15. Well, we're gonna say Evangeline had that Halligan bar with her, and this thing kind of zeroes in on her first, and it comes slithering up, and the arms reach out, and Evangeline's just like fear and everything kicks in, and she just hits this thing as hard as she can in the head and face with this bar, and the bar crashes into its skull, and it rears back and flails around and then falls, and the tail and it just keeps disturbingly it just flails about for a little while before finally dying, or if it wasn't dead, Savannah goes up and checks it and asks Evangeline to give her the Halligan bar and just hits it a few more times in the head to kill it. We didn't lose. We beat it. We don't get to examine once we kill them in A. So we should be able to. It doesn't say that, so I guess we won't. Fine. Okay. All right. So Evangeline's, I guess, the way I've been playing is we've got to immediately search again, or she's got to recycle a card. And, oh my gosh, I don't want to take from here. I don't want to leave the zoo. We have no cards, though. Well, I mean, right. We're going to take a chance. Meow. Let's see if the cat comes out. Let's see. Body, oh wait, soul's 4. Gray Malkin, she has charm. 10, 13. So while Savannah is making sure that this snake person's dead, Evangeline hears a meow. She turns, and out of the shadows comes this beautiful gray milking cat, and Evangeline smiles and bends and goes down, crouches, happy to see something that isn't. Well, at first she's a little afraid, but when it comes out, it's obviously just a little cat, and it almost kind of helps her a little bit not feel so freaked out by the mutations that she's seeing right now. And it comes up and rubs itself on her, and she picks it up, and we're going to add that to her hand. And then we're going to end her turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to pass the turn over to Savannah. And then we're going to draw a card from the clock. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stash. Stash. Huh. Okay. It's not a person this time. But why is it a threat? I don't understand why this is a threat. It's not a threat. This time it's going to be... All right, we're going to roll to see when Evangeline picks... Wait, this is Savannah. As Savannah finishes up the snake thing, she's going to use mind to do this. What is this? Sense. Yeah, because eventually... Well, okay, what do we got in our hand? Got the worry beads. Well, she can use worry beads to fix it. Not fix it, but to help. She doesn't have any body cards, so screw it. We're going to use mind. Does she get the idea to follow the tail back and go back to where it came from? If she goes back to where it came from, she'll find that it's collected a few things from... It's like... It was like moving around the zoo, collecting things, and it's got a little pile of stuff back there. But we'll see if she thinks to do that. She's going to... We don't want to mute... I mean, we don't want to miss this die. I don't know how to explain damage from this, but we're going to mutate and roll. We're going to ditch the lowest one, so it's 5. She's just got to reload 1 card. She's going to reload this Omen of Doom that she has. Doom. Duh. 3 mind. She's going to be able to reroll 3 of them. Hack and sense. She has neither. She's going to boost mind with the worry beads. And okay, we're gonna try that. Jeez. Okay, so she for some reason she gets I think she sees Evangeline with the cat, and she goes just a little bit further behind the building, and sure enough there's some stuff piled up back there. And let's see, win. Draw 1 new gift of each virtue and keep 1. You may shuffle the rest into your nexus. That's awesome. Dudes, that is so good. Okay, hold on. We need more cards in this nexus. That gives us a little bit of relief right now. Let's see, mind, body, soul, and Raja. All right, we've got sword cane, cool, keyhole necklace, Halligan bar, and a star clock, which is, well, we're gonna take. I think she's drawn to the sword cane. I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. She's gonna take the sword cane. And then we're going to add these bad boys to our nexus, which is sweet. That's done. Oh, and hold on. She also, because of this, she draws a new body gift. Also laying there is a plague mask, which is pretty awesome because her whole feeling dirty and sanitizing herself. She's drawn to that. She's like, I'm going to take this. Next time I have to fight something that, oh, shit, she just killed this snake thing. So she's cleaning herself off. She's going to get the sterilized hand sanitizer from Evangeline, but she also takes the plague mask. She doesn't want to... She's worried about the germs. She was a incredibly clean person before she went into the... That's what kind of messed her up was the experiments, was she was a almost borderline ODD? OCD? Whatever. Obsessive compulsive. OCD. She was almost OCD. Yeah, so that was these get discarded. That's discarded, and that was her first. So she's got to, dang man, I say we recycle this card and we go at this because she's got a full hand of crazy. Oh geez, here we go. Oh geez, one of these assholes. Yeah, mind and soul. She's got one soul. Okay. Initiate versus a non-true threat. Discard. Exchange the threat with one new threat. And mutate. Upgrade mutation dice. Alright, we're going to use this. She's going to use this to initiate versus a non-true threat. She's going to discard it or discard this. We're going to grab a new threat. Hopefully it's not a psychiatrist. Not as hard, but hard from a fictional standpoint. Like, how do we get a thing? Oh, I'll tell you how we got a thing in the basement. So that little stash, the snake, was kind of piled up around a downstairs kind of an entranceway to the underneath the reptile house, and the door's open. And Savannah, she picks that stuff up and she feels the tingle up her spine. She's like, oh, this is one of those things again. Evangeline's gonna join her. At that point, Evangeline's come over with the cat, and they look at each other and they're like, oh, should we go? And like, yeah, because I mean, really, right now they're trying to clear out everything they can. So they're going down into the basement. Down there is a shadowy figure that attacks her immediately as she walks down into the basement. When search your nexus for an archetype and reload it into its nexus. That's not going to happen. So, all right, mind or soul? Well, she's got sparks. Her and Evangeline are going to work together to get rid of this thing. So, mutate. Don't want to screw around. Can't screw around with this stuff. So we're going to mutate. 2 dice. 5 and a 6. Get rid of that. She's going to reload 1 card. Dead Sea Salt. Then her soul is oh wait, mind. We're going to use mind. Oh damn. Well, I just mutated it, but this is going to mutate wouldn't help. It's got to be mind. So she's got 3. She doesn't have a mind. Damn. This is a sense. She has no sense. She can't use sparks. This turned out to be trouble. So she's gonna be okay. This is my conundrum. I didn't realize this. So if we use, soul, Evangeline can't help. So there'll be no rerolls. If we use mind, she gets 3 rerolls, but there's no other dice possible here. So it's 3. Wait, it's. Well, that makes sense. We definitely use soul. It's 3 soul. She doesn't get a reroll, but oh wait, so it's 3 purple with reroll or 4 blue with no reroll. I think the reroll makes more sense, doesn't it? Yeah. We don't have anything that affects assembly, but we have. I mean, not assembly, but evaluate. We have ways to mitigate damage. We're doing mind. 7, 8, 9. And we can reroll. So we're going to keep the 4. Yeah. All right. 14. 14. Yeah. So Savannah this time feels this kind of this power come out of her. This thing comes at her. She's calculating. She's not reacting with her body and her rage. She knows exactly, she feels what it is. She knows it's a different type of what it is, but she knows where it originates, and is able to use her mind to snuff this thing out. In that basement, after the shadow's gone, there's a trauma gift. A trauma kit. They grab that. That's going to be helpful. Definitely. Because she could use a little bit of heal, but her deck's fine because they've been picking stuff up like crazy. Okay. So that thing in the basement's gone pretty quick and easy. That was her second card, right? Yeah, because she had to deal with the stash. So that was her second card. We have 3 cards left. Feeling pretty good. We're going to reload up to 2 here. Or reset. Pass the turn to Evangeline, who is going to draw tie snakes. Coming back up out of the Savannah is the first one to take the stairs to go back up out of the reptile house, and as Evangeline's going to out from underneath the stairs because they've been released to a certain degree. Good thing they don't go inside the reptile house because it's probably a free, like, freaking reptiles everywhere and snakes and shit. But these two did kind of get out and they attack Evangeline as she's going up the stairs. I think, oh, this is Animus. Some of our answers come in recycle, add 2 bonus dice. Ooh, nice. But it's a 14, but I guess, what you got over here? Evaluate, no, that's not gonna help. Support a symbol using body, nope. Symbol using rage, discard, add 1 body die. Okay. No, I like keeping that, because that's going to be nutty. Oh, well, that's good. Okay. All right, fine. Rage it is. And we can, no. Oh, see, she can't help with rage, but she can help with body. Fine. 14 versus 11. We're going to do body. And first we got to mutate. Damn, am I rolling good? How long is this going to go on for? 6. She's got to reload 1 card. She's going to reload this gut punch. Moment of doom. We're using body. She's got 2 body. Serpent and resist. Nope, she doesn't add any there, but she's going to. The geofence allows her to recycle it to add 2 bonus dice. So that's cool. That's 2 bonus dice. The Gray Melkin, the cat, is going to attack the snakes as well. She can discard this to boost body. Then, nope. That's 5 dice. She needs a 14. We can reroll 3 of them. 6. So that's 13. We're going to reroll 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Scheisse. Okay. Well. What do we got here? We are in such good shape. We're just going to take the 1 point of damage. She's going to take the 1 point of damage. And we're going to lose a card out of here. Oh, yeah. Is it an omen or a gift, or is it just a gift? Wait, hold on. When versus a card, no. A threat would go in the nexus. It goes in the clock. Yes. Investigate. Like, where's the damage thing? If damage, okay. Sacrifice any examined gifts or omens. Okay, good. So the meat locker, we lose 1. The meat locker still has 1 card there. The sewers loses a card. Okay. So we're okay. No, we have no closed nexuses. We just need to finish this clock with at least 1 nexus still open, and our zoo is full of stuff thanks to stash. So that's pretty awesome. We lost the tie snakes. Do those go back in? Shit. Scheisse. Do they go back in? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Before I do all this shit, I've got an enduring fragment that allow me to add a bonus die for going up against resist. I'm rolling it. And it's a 5. She actually ends up fine. Yes. I won't worry about adding those cards back in because I don't think we're going to need them. The snake grabs... I'm the snake. The cat grabs one of the snakes. Savannah crushes down on the other one that's just about to strike Evangeline. And it's dead. Evangeline is just done. Adrenaline, enough adrenaline, everything. She's hard. She's like, after the snake thing, she's like ready to finish the job here. They go up out of the reptile house, and let's see, she got that. That was her first card. Now we decide she's got to recycle a card. We got to decide if she's drawing from here or, yeah, screw it. As they come out of the reptile house, they hear a sound that this newfound strength that she found, this kind of like second wind she's got, almost completely goes away, because it's like some kind of combination of a roar and a bubble, like a wah, wah. And in front of them, coming out around some trees, there's little copse of trees there that has a picnic table and stuff where people could sit and rest at the zoo, is this mini tentacled blobbing, looking like it's made out of gore, just completely made out of gore, comes rolling out of this little copse of trees. Blah. Avoid. You may shuffle one gift from your hand or discard pile into your nexus to avoid. Shuffle one gift from your hand or discard pile? Oh, into your nexus. Psh. Okay. We're going to shuffle the Gray Melkin back. Wait, I want to keep her. I think we're going to keep her. We're going to shuffle this Halligan bar. We're going to shuffle this into the nexus. We're going to avoid this thing. Just the sheer whatever this is that they see, they run. Savannah and Evangeline run, and it's like it's moving really slow, so they run around the other side of the reptile house. And they're both like, we got to take care of this thing. We've got to kill it. How are we going to kill this thing? I don't know. But we do know it's Savannah's turn. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to pass the turn to Savannah. While they're on the other side of the reptile house trying to figure out a plan to kill this thing, they run into a psychiatrist. Okay, this is going to represent the lion thing was one thing. The snake person was one thing. This is like some elder god bullshit that makes Evangeline wonder if she lied to those kids and maybe they are in another fucking world and dimension, because that thing should not have existed. And even Savannah is affected by this thing. And this is going to represent them dealing with struggling to find the courage and the sanity to go back and fight this thing. Confront. Raise the cost of mind gifts by 1. Great. Okay. 13 mind. Well, I guess we're going to do mind. She doesn't have any gifts. Assemble using rage. Evaluate. Okay. Support. Sacrifice. Heal 3. No. Not yet. Assemble using body. Discard for soul. Damage. Okay. We have no... I really don't want to do 15, but does Evangeline have any way to help? Mutate, sacrifice, trash lowest no, symbol using rage, a symbol, discard, add 1 body. Okay, okay. Oh, it's got... Okay, this isn't going to be too bad. Okay, we're going to do mind, because it's only 13. That, Savannah's going to attempt to draw strength. Hopefully, she will draw strength from that new kind of... her using both kind of as like a inner power and a inner mind power to dissolve the supernatural things. She's going to try to draw on that what she just used to get rid of the thing in the basement. We got to mutate. We got to 2. So it's a 3. She's got to reload 1 omen. Sure, got an omen. Okay, so she's going to be reroll 3. She starts with 3. She has study, right? Yep. She has the Dead Sea Salt, which is going to help during the evaluate phase. Oh. Evangeline's got the bruiser kind of thing. She was feeling that coming up the stairs with the snakes and everything. She's going to hopefully draw from that. We're going to add to the roll, draw from that to kind of gather the courage to go. She's going to add a body die. That was a discard, right? No, it's a reload because she's an ally. Okay. And we're rolling. We've got a 10, 12. We're going to re-roll these 3. Boom. Boom. They call them, they can hear it coming, but they're like, we're going to do this. This is probably the boss, basically. That is a non-true threat. Ooh, look at this. Savannah like calms herself and she looks down and she realized that she had grabbed something from that stash kind of stuff. In fear, when she grabbed, and when she realizes what she had grabbed was this trank bone saw. She doesn't even realize what it is. It's like some kind of gun with a... So cool. A gun with a big blade on it. Yeah. Oh, this is going to work out so good. This is Savannah's turn, right? So she grabs that. They both breathe, take a deep breath, and then they run back out. She's got to reload a gift. She's going to reload. She's going to reload sparks. And they're going to run back out. And sure enough, this tentacled mass of gore comes rolling out from behind the reptile house to meet them. And here we are, the Abominator. This is the master. This is the, and it just, yep. And it's the last card. So if we had met this, or we got really super, this has been a ridiculous amount of luck. I did not stack this deck. This, the master, if we would have met it earlier, it would have gone back in the pile if there was any other cards in there. So because we avoided, we were able to get this, the last card, and it wasn't. So this would have been a different adventure. This thing would have been hounding them throughout the whole zoo. That would have been fun, them like running from it the whole time. But no, they're facing it now. Let's see. Is this Trank Bone Saw gonna help? First, we're gonna mutate it. We're gonna mutate. This is a master. We're gonna add a mutation die. We got to discard 1 high one. We have 4. Yep. 4. Reload 1 gift. Sure. We're going to keep that one. We're going to keep this. Or reload that one. Okay. I think we're doing... All right, what's this... No, not trauma. What's this Trank Bone Saw do? Win versus a threat. Discard, heal 3 body, and or rage gifts. Oh, that's all that does. This is a strike. All right, I think we're doing body. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we should do rage. Okay. I think we're going to do rage. If we do rage, I want to add another mutation die. 5. It still would have been the same deal. Okay. 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 we're going to do rage. She's going to go. It's Savannah's turn to just take this thing out. She screams, guttural scream, and attacks the tentacle gore. Okay, so 3 rage. It's 16. Oh, well. Well, it's okay. We got Dead Sea Salt. She's going to... She draws the sword cane. Symbol using rage. Discard it. Add 1 body die. Does that really... She's going to... Wait. No, she's going to... Wait a minute. Is she on rage? Yes. Doesn't matter. It's basically boosting it. I'm going to keep the Dead Sea Salt. Because I want to... Dead Sea Salt will allow us to flip 1 die. Okay. Murder board. Evangeline's going to give this to her. Add 1 rage die. Add a rage die. Then... what else are we doing? This is a strike. So we get to add a bonus die. And... what else? Okay, we've only got 1 other card that can help us right now. Hopefully we don't lose the rest of this thing, because we kind of got to finish it. We got to finish it now. Holy crap! Dude, this is, So, Savannah screams, rushes at this thing. She's got the sword cane out, and she just throws herself into the middle of this thing. And the tentacles try to wrap itself around it, but she's in it and up in it, and just almost standing in it and pushing her way up out. And Evangeline at first thinks this thing swallowed her, but then the sword cane bursts out of top of it, and she puts her... She's got her hand out like some kind of crazy Valkyrie of gore just bursts out of this thing, and it flails and flops, kind of tears open a bit as she kind of pushes herself out of it, like birthed from this tentacled beast thing. And Evangeline helps pull her out, and she lays there panting on the concrete. And she says, "Do you think we're done? I hope we're done," is what Savannah says. And Evangeline says, "We're done, sister. We're done." And holy shit. I honestly, I thought this was going to be a lot tougher than it was. Well, it would have been a lot tougher if I wasn't rolling 16s every time. I rolled a fantastic all the way throughout. That would not have gone like this if I had not rolled like that at all. I consistently rolled way better than I don't know, reasonably I should have. There was something about if we... Oh, get this. Yeah, if we won the scenario, we get all the cards that are left in these decks. So I get to check these out and keep any of them. They're all gifts and stuff, right? Oh, great. Another Halligan bar, star, keyhole necklace, muscle memory, and mutation. And a couple omens. All right, well, we got an omen of hope. It's not too exciting. But let's check out the fleeting fragment for this mission. Rejected specimens. I'm sorry, enduring fragment. A gleam in his... Oh, it's called surrogate cerebrum. A gleam in his eye, Dr. Speck reaches the climax of his little presentation. Perhaps the reason we cannot duplicate the brain is that we're using the wrong building blocks. You look down at his request for 30,000 monkey hearts. Alright, so at the start of your turn, you can sacrifice 1 gift or omen, recycle any number of cards, and reset their hand. That's something you can do. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool gift. And that's going to go to Evangeline. She has a lot of experiences in hospitals. And then we need to draw 3 fleeting fragments and pick one of those for Savannah. The cutting room. Inside the eggshell, the severance held a meeting of the cutting block. So decreed. The drip, drop, drip off the edge of the blades cannot be silenced except with an invocation of the canticle and an application of the shears to your ponytail. At least you want it to be your ponytail. Sacrifice. Shuffle all gifts in their discard pile and their berry pile into their deck. Then they slot one new death. The Mermaid. Mommy, Daddy, I saw a mermaid, little Cindy Pearson exclaimed, skipping around your table. And she's beautiful, too. Why don't you draw me a picture so I can see it, too, her mother responded. See for yourself, Cindy answered, and pointed outside to your body floating in the pool. Oh, jeez. Investigate. Sacrifice. Investigate their nexus. If it is gift, they avoid it. Price of victory. It's just like the stories you remember from books, comics, or movies. The energy and exhilaration are there, the triumph and danger of being a hero, just like you always dreamed. You're doing capital G good in the world, and you hardly notice the cost anymore. The only thing is, didn't you used to have a sister? Initiate, sacrifice, may give one gift, then so-and-so can take one gift. No, you know what? I think we're going to take the investigate their nexus. Oh, this is kind of a nice, like, stuff's going bad. Let's heal all back up. But then you slot a death. I mean, no. We're going to take this. The Mermaid. All right. All right. Thanks for joining. That was super fun. Super fun. Next week, we are doing... Which one are we doing? I think it's called the hypervariable. The hypervariable region in Bethesda, Maryland. So that's where the ladies will be heading next. So I'll check you. Oh, it'll be next Friday, actually. Thanks for joining. Viva la Dungeon.